What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. And in this video, we gotta talk about something a little more serious. I haven't really been talking about this story for quite some time, and it's the Sinatra Ban story. And I really kind of been keeping away from it on purpose because there was just no conclusion. There was a lot developing. But now, with Sinatra's 6-month suspension, at the very least, we have a sort of stopping point. So I wanted to talk about the entire story, break it all down. But go to the GameLeap website in the links down below to learn how to pop off like Sinatra without the jail time. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's just move on to the video. But okay, right off the bat, before we jump into the video, I want to be transparent that I know that this is a serious topic, right? This is gonna be pretty serious, more serious than a lot of our lighthearted topics, but that's not gonna stop me from joking around about it because I think that that's what most of y'all want from me. I'm not gonna just make it incredibly serious throughout the video, even if it's a serious topic. So if you don't like that, you can leave. If not, let's jump right in. Then to do a quick recap about Sinatra. Of course, Sinatra, one of the pivotal players in Sentinels, who TenZ is filling for his spot right now. And that was arguably the best team in NA. And Sinatra was one of the best players in the entire world in Valorant. And he was someone who transitioned from Overwatch, he was also one of the best Overwatch players in the world at the time when he actually decided to make the transfer. So pretty popular guy, big streamer, and notable Valorant pro. Now, there was some sexual assault allegations that came out between him and his ex-girlfriend, and honestly, it was pretty rough. It came out with screenshots, it came out with freaking audio, and it painted Sinatra as a sexual assaulter, if I'm being honest. Now, that being said, he personally said he responded that the clip in question was taken out of context, but if I'm being honest, if you read some of the text that he put, I mean, he acted incredibly insecure and kind of like a little bitch, but I'm not gonna get too far into that. I'm just saying that as a side note. I think it's important that regardless of the sexual assault allegations, he's still extremely cringy. But Sinatra said that he would comply with the investigation. He denied Chloe, his ex-girlfriend's claim, and that he would be providing the full audio clips to Riot and the investigators so that he could prove himself innocent, claiming that the clips were out of context. Now, we sat here for a while. We got rumors that Sinatra might be returning because he was playing on an alternate account on streams and different things like that, but we just got a big competitive ruling out from Valorant as of yesterday, and it said this: competitive ruling, Sinatra Ban has violated Rule 8.1 of Valorant Global Esports Competitive Policy for failing to fully cooperate with the tournament operator's investigation and will be suspended for 6 months. He will also be required to complete professional conduct training. Well, I'm not going to read this entire thing. You can read it if you wanted to go check it out. It's pretty much everywhere. You can go find it. But basically, Riot is handing it off to law enforcement. But before then, they said this: while investigating did not come to a definitive conclusion on the underlying allegations, the competitive operations team has serious concerns with Sinatra's conduct during the course of the investigation. It was determined that on at least 2 occasions, Sinatra misrepresented certain facts, made false statements, and did not cooperate with the investigation in a way expected of a Valorant esports player professional. Of note, Sinatra's public commitment on his social media to provide the full audio and video clips referenced in the original post was never fulfilled. Cooperation in these investigations is of utmost importance, especially if the nature of allegations is as serious as sexual assault. This behavior will not be tolerated by Valorant esports. So basically, Sinatra is banned for 6 months minimum while the law enforcement kind of keeps proceeding on with this case, and I'm sure that after the 6 months is up, Riot might make like another ruling even extending this. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems that this 6 months is going to be something that is going to at least give them time to figure out or develop the entire situation behind the scenes. But it does seem that Sinatra did say that he was going to provide the full clips. That was one of the most damning pieces of evidence before, and he did not provide that. So it seems that he wasn't cooperating, but Sinatra actually responded to this on Twitter recently, and I'm going to read his response here. So the top part is saying that he's been reflecting on him as a person, and he's sorry that he hurt Chloe emotionally, and that he's going to be learning from his mistakes. Now, it's really important to note that this is not admitting guilt, okay? A lot of people, you know, on Twitter, they're saying that this is an admitting of guilt, apologizing. He's not apologizing for the crime of sexual assault. He's apologizing for the emotional damage done, which is not the same thing, okay? Just so we're all on the same page. I'm not saying he did or didn't do it. I'm just saying that is not admission of guilt. But the second part, I'm gonna read word for word because I think this is more important for the investigation, and then we're gonna talk about it afterwards. So he said this, quote, "I want to preface this by saying I do not have the video audio that she used in her statement. After our relationship ended, she asked me to delete the video and I honored that. I've never even imagined a situation like this, so it all happened. I didn't know whether to just spell out my side or not. I have no clue what to do, so I seek legal help immediately. As we were drafting up an update with the legal PR team, we had added that I would provide the video because we genuinely thought the video would have been shared in full since it's a key part in the investigation. However, that did not happen, and I should have not promised something that I could not personally deliver. This entire experience has been humbling and an opportunity for me to come out on the other side a better person." So basically, the most damning piece of evidence before that Sinatra publicly claimed that he could provide the full clips to that disproved it because it was out of context, he actually does not have. Now, I'm not saying Sinatra is guilty, but he either one, showed the actual clip to his legal team and they were like, hey, this is damning for you and it's not gonna play out in your favor. Do not show this, delete it, pretend you never found it. Or two, he actually doesn't have it and he's a fucking idiot. So that's his crime, is being a fucking idiot. So he's either, you know, in the absolute wrong, or he was an idiot in a way that you just can't be an idiot about something this serious. Like, what are you doing? I mean, come on, man. And I know I'm joking about this entire thing, but just realize that I've been a Sinatra fan since, I don't freaking know, maybe before he was even streaming. I mean, I saw him on, like, in Overwatch since forever. I've always followed Sinatra, so, you know, it's pretty hard for me too. I'm just kind of joking to, you know, deal with all this. It's pretty serious stuff, but honestly, from a pretty biased, in Sinatra's favor point of view, he's looking pretty guilty. And then on top of this, Cleos, his ex-girlfriend, responded to this, which I would suggest you go look at the entire thing because I'm not going to read it all. This statement saying that she never asked Sinatra to delete the video. The video is still available in the logs of their text. She still has the video, but she was never asked for it. And here's what I would highly suggest all of you to do. I would highly suggest you go and read this stuff up before you make your decision. If you don't care about any of this stuff, I don't blame you. I don't blame if you don't want to be involved. But if you do have an opinion, and you have a strong one, at the very freaking least, just read both sides. Don't make up your mind right off the bat just because you're a super big Sinatra fan or whatever, okay? That's all I ask of you. So basically, we're at a juncture where Sinatra looks really freaking either guilty or dumb as hell, and that's pretty much where we're gonna be staying for 6 months' time while he's just not in Valorant at all. Now, I really highly suspect that if the legal team doesn't find anything, there still might be Riot themselves actually banning him from even longer after this. And I think by that point in time, I mean, him getting back on Sentinels is basically never gonna happen. Even if he was found, like, not guilty, you gotta realize that even if he's found not guilty, that doesn't necessarily mean he's innocent. It just puts him in this really gray place where some teams don't even want to partner with him because he represents their brand. And honestly, as far as his pro career is concerned, I think that unless he can prove without a shadow of a doubt that he is innocent, no team is gonna want to pick him up or touch him with the 10-foot pole. Now, as far as him coming back to streaming after that 6 months if nothing else happens, we're gonna have to wait and see on that one. But as usual, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this entire story. I know it's a little bit of a serious topic. I try to make it a little lighthearted. It's a little difficult to do with this kind of story, if I'm being honest. But go to the GameLeap website down below. High quality tips, all that good stuff. I love your freaking faces. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.